happy Monday, but more importantly, happy PowerSheets Prep Day. We are so excited to kick off PowerSheets Prep Week with you and start digging into our 2018 PowerSheets together. I'm Jess. I am the content manager here for the Cultivate shop, but I'm so excited because this week you're going to be hearing from our entire team here on Instagram stories as we start digging into our prep work. So stay tuned, keep your eyes peeled, and head to the blog. But first, every Monday morning, our team has our weekly tactical meeting. So we are going to be a little quiet this morning. And then as soon as we're done with that and wrapping up some of those details, we're going to kick off. But you don't have to wait for us. Get started. But you can go ahead and get started. We are working through pages 1 through 11 today of the prep work. And you'll see we have all of our pages here and numbered for you. So don't wait for us. Go ahead, get started, and tell us what you learned in the process.
We back, and 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 we and we back, and we back, Hey.
We are back, and I am digging into pages 1 through 11 of my PowerSheets prep work now, and I am going to walk you through the way that I do it and cheer you on. First things first, write your name in your PowerSheets. Don't worry about handwriting or pen or anything. I love that one of the very first pages of your PowerSheets prep work is your 2018 ideas page. Go ahead and get those ideas that have been swirling around in your mind out on paper, and then you can really dig into the prep work. So you'll see these are all of my ideas for 2018. These will likely not be all of my goals. I will figure out ones that make sense to focus on or ways that we can combine them, but it's just a starting point. Gets it out of my head so I can move on. Those of you who have done PowerSheets before, this page is going to look familiar getting to know me, but then when you flip the page, you're going to see a brand new page called Break Your Identity Box. And so this is actually the first time I'm working through this one as well, and I can't wait to share what I learned. So we added this Break Your Identity Box page just to help you see where you, whether knowingly or unknowingly, have put yourself in a box and believed things that just aren't true about yourself, and we wanted to give you a chance to kind of flip the script. So I'm going to share what I first piece of advice here is to be honest. Remind yourself that you don't have to share this page or any page of the PowerSheets process with anyone. So be honest, write your real thoughts down and start to think through those. Okay, second piece of advice is to stop worrying about your handwriting. Just write stuff down. Doesn't matter if you messed up or have to draw arrows or write things in the margins. Just get it out on the paper and see where it goes. And one thing that I did, you guys know I love my black Pilot G2 pens, but I actually used some colored pencils to highlight the things that stood out. So I'll show you that. Okay, so here are some of the things that have either been said about me or I just have unknowingly decided about myself. And I think the big theme here is that I'm too sensitive, I can be a pushover, and I'm just a girl or a woman. And because I'm just a girl or a woman, I'm not capable of leading. And so there it is, just for the sake of transparency. This is kind of what is in my identity box, and I'm going to share about how I flipped that. Okay, so here, imagine the possibilities if you were to crush your identity box. What would happen if you broke that box and flipped the script? What positive possibilities would open in your life and in the lives of others? I love this, so I will. So right here, I wrote, I'm a great listener and hopefully a refuge to others, just to go with my too sensitive personality. And I can lead with a gentle spirit by example. Right here, instead of trying to be something that I'm not, I want to embrace the gentleness in my personality and in my spirit and really use it as a force for good to not just serve myself, but right here. I think you oftentimes, or if you're like me, there seems to be a disconnect between being gentle and being confident, but I'm realizing and learning, even just in doing this page, that there can be confidence in a gentle spirit. And I can show others that there is not a mold that's right. And then you'll see I drew an arrow down here because I wrote one size fits all rarely actually fits all. And then on the side, I love this phrase, to embrace my gentleness. This is a little bit of a soapbox, but one of the reasons that I love my job so much is because I have the opportunity to tell so many of you that where you are is exactly where you're supposed to be, and that your particular story, whether you are in a season of like celebrating and rejoicing or in a season of transition and hardships, but your story is just as important as somebody else's, whether it's somebody that you know or someone that you just see on the internet, on social media, or even just one of us. Like, your story is just as important as my story is. And so I love that the Power Sheets give you a place to write your story down and share about that, and give you a home for these ideas and these dreams and these goals as well. And so I'm going to wrap up my PowerSheets prep with page 11, which is the Who I Really Am page. And my hope is that you guys know that your story and whatever you write on page 11 is equally important to each of us as a team as anyone else who is working through their prep work as well. Your story matters, friend. And the great part is, if you are sitting in a season, like I said, of transition or hardship, that the story is not over. Today is a new day. Tomorrow is a new day. You have a fresh start ahead of you. And so, like I said, a little bit of a soapbox, but that is just my encouragement for you as you're digging in. If you start to feel like things are unsettled or unresolved, that's okay. That's where the good stuff grows. I'm right there with you. Just shared my identity box, and I'm gonna use these to help me keep brainstorming ways that I can intentionally work on this in 2018 and in my goals.
Happy PowerSheets Prep Week, everyone! I'm Nicole. I'm the art director at Cultivate, and I'm really excited to dig in with you guys. My PowerSheets are missing the gold foil because I took a manufacturer sample, but the inside's good. I love starting with the Getting to Know Me page. I just think it's fun to fill out some of these little prompts. It's kind of like taking a Cosmo quiz. If you don't have answers to some of these things, don't worry about it. You don't have to have the answers to everything right now. But if there are things that you know about yourself, for instance, I highly value efficiency, and I feel like I'm pretty quiet, but in my head I'm opinionated. Write those things down because they can definitely play a role in how you answer other questions. So I just finished the Break Your Identity box page, and this is something new that we added this year because so many people are having trouble with the Getting to Know Me page, and I kind of went into this like, oh, whatever, I don't feel like I'm in any identity. I don't feel particularly caged in by anything, but when I read through all the prompts and everything here that Laura wrote, I was amazed by some of the things that I wrote down and like how much breaking those identity boxes changed. It changed my perspective, and it made me realize how many negative things I think about myself and how many things other people have said about me that I've internalized and I didn't even realize. For instance, that I'm a grandma because I go to bed really early.
This week, and happy to do it alongside you. Okay, I'm excited. I have not done anything in my prep work yet. It's for my name in there yet, but
Hi friends, Emily here. I am just getting started on my prep work, and I just filled out the 2018 ideas page, and I just kind of wrote stream of consciousness, and I feel like I often feel pressure with this page. I feel like even though it says 2018 ideas very clearly at the top, I should already be seeing threads or trends in what I'm writing and a clear picture for 2018 showing up already, but that's not the
Hi friends, my name is Haley and I'm the Customer Delight and Shop Manager here at Cultivate. I am going to show you a little bit into my PowerSheets prep work. So one of the things I love about doing our PowerSheets prep early is that while a lot of the world is starting their goals on January 1st, we are starting ours early so that way we can let our goals sit and we can work through them with the PowerSheets prep work. So one of the things I joke about is that I don't have the best handwriting, but you'll find that I'm also not very good at using color. This page is all black and white, so I probably need to get out some stickers and add some color. One of the pages that I was most excited about and most nervous to write on was the Break Your Identity Box page. So Kaylee and I are sitting right next to each other and ping-ponging back and forth, but I just wanted to share a few things from my Who I Really Am page on page 11 before I sign off for the day. So first, for the I am, I wrote, I am a beloved daughter of God, a wife, a mama, and a hero. And I would not have predicted that I would have written that, but I love it. And I think that we're all heroes to someone, and it's a good thing to live in. Finally, for the story of where I started to where I am now in just a few words, some people had questions on that in our Facebook Live from earlier, so I just wanted to share what I wrote, and it was super simple. I wrote, I am building on a strong foundation.
Hey guys, Amber Housley here, and you could call me the afternoon crew for prep week this week because the day is almost over here for the work day, but I have my 2018 PowerSheets planner and I'm about to dive in for the very first time. So let's see what happens. So one of my very first tips for you is maybe do your PowerSheets prep in a new area. So I'm in my same home office room, but I'm over here by the window, and it was mostly because I needed light so it wasn't so dark by my desk, but also it's really nice just for a change of pace. So one year, I think it was 2 years ago, I did my prep work at a coffee place, not Starbucks, but just some random little coffee shop, and I had my earbuds in playing music, and it kind of forced me actually to go through the work a little bit faster. So I don't know, you do what works for you. So raise your hand if you get to the Getting to Know Me page and you're like, all of these things. All of them, or words that describe me, all of them. I can't decide, and there's no right or wrong way to answer any of these. You can even leave them blank. Okay, so it's 20 minutes since I first started my prep work. I'm now on page 11, the last page, which we were saying that you can do today. Page 10 here, man, there's some good stuff in there that I didn't realize I was putting in my identity box. And as a result, 20 minutes in, felt really good about page 10. I'm on 11 now, and I looked at this, and I'm like, man, y'all, I'm tired. It's been a really full day. I'm not going to finish page 11 today. I'm going to hold it for tomorrow when I'm really refreshed and pumped to get back into this prep work. So you can do pages 1 through 11 with us. You can go farther. You can do less. You can do whatever you want. Just do whatever works for you. And so who I really am, I feel like I'm going to know who I am more tomorrow. So have a good night, y'all. Bye.